Welcome into the live stream here from McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal. That's Tyler.
What it is, sir?
How are you?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Good. It's been a day. It's been an interesting day.
The world traveler.
Well, I only traveled once this week. I travel tomorrow. Went to Birmingham and back Tuesday.
Can I make a public service announcement?
Yes.
Anyone, and this goes for anyone not named Judy, Campbell, Carson, Caroline, and or Laura, if those names do not fit you, this is your public service announcement. Do not call Neal McCready or text him tomorrow, Friday.
That's fair.
That's your public service announcement. Brought to you by our good friends. It's also life advice brought to you by our good friends, Coldwater State Farm. That's good life advice.
That's
for
good
you.
advice.
Because you're probably not going to get a response.
Probably not. I need a mental day. I can feel the mental day needing to happen.
Just know this: if in the event that I call you tomorrow, it's like Neal, I need you. This is like life or death kind of stuff. Right. I will not text you. Hope you're having a great day. I'm going to tell you that in advance.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a very
hope you travel safe.
I'm gonna have a quiet drive.
I will not reach out to you.
Have a quiet drive. I'm gonna get to the hotel. I've already kind of got my day planned a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to the hotel. I do have a radio gig with my friend Mark Heim. I'm scheduled to do it's a 15.
Sorry, Mark.
15-minute.
Not getting a lot of that, Mark.
It's probably not going to be my best appearance. I'm not planning to write at all. None, and no podcast. And I'm going to watch a little bit of the Netflix, the Starting Five. I started it today.
All right,
it's really good.
Okay.
I've got a little thunder fever right now.
Like little NBA going.
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Ready to go. I've watched some NBA the last few nights. I'm kind of.
I watched. This is going to blow your mind. I watched some Mavericks Lakers last night after the Jacksonville State game.
Oh, okay.
I watched Jacksonville State. Shout out to the Gamecocks. Gamecocks with a big dub versus Delaware.
I'm interested in the Mavericks. Cooper Flag's gonna be a lot of fun. I watched a decent amount of Raptors Celtics last night. I'm gonna watch. I think Thunder Nuggets play exhibition tomorrow night. I'm gonna get that on a computer screen in my hotel room, and gonna just kind of chill.
So this, I know you didn't watch and you haven't watched. So Delaware's quarterback, he's Italian. Okay. His last name is Minacucci.
Okay.
Sports Center was leading up into that game last night, and the male announcer, they're just reading names. He pronounced it like I'm sitting there with my wife sitting there, the kids are sitting there, we're just sitting, getting ready. And he says mini coochie, like two very distinct syllables.
Right.
My wife automatically starts cracking up, laughing, dying. I'm like, it took me a minute to figure out what she was talking about. And she was like, she said he called him mini coochie. And I was dying laughing. And then I was like, really? I was like, I didn't really, because I guess I just knew his name being pronounced, so I kind of let it go. And then when it came back, one of the female announcer that was on SportsCenter was dying laughing so hard that she was like, just get to the game. Get to the game so we don't get canceled. They said his name. You talking about a drinking game? I think they think it's funny now. The announcers, and Chase Daniel was the announcer. He said it at least 800 times. Every single play. I think they said his name at least 150 times during the course of that game. So, but shout out to my Gamecocks. Got a big dub last night to move to 4-3 on the year, which is an accomplishment.
All right, we'll get rolling. Here we go. Welcome into episode 316 of McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal McCready, joined by Tyler Siskey here on this Thursday, October 16th. Hope everyone's having a good tail end of your week. Hope you have a great weekend. If you're driving, drive safely. All of those things. And get into the show. Don't have any guests. I've told in the pre-show I'm a little mentally fried right now. I can feel it. A little mentally fried. So I'm what happened last Friday? I build my schedule to have Friday kind of off. And last Friday got busy. And I don't really remember everything that happened, but it got busy and I didn't really have anything resembling off. And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday just goes. I'm not complaining. I'm explaining.
You had dinner here with your family, right? Didn't your mom and dad come over Friday?
No, that was Sunday or Monday. Carson came Friday. I guess I had a lot of stuff I had to go do. I don't remember. There was something going on.
You had something that evening.
And there was something going on. There's been a couple things going on, and I was busy.
You sure that wasn't Friday?
Yeah. And I had work. I ended up having work on Friday. Maybe it was basketball stuff.
I remember something. I don't
remember. Yeah. And we're hitting that point of the year where there's a lot of crossover. I'm not bitching. I'm saying it is what it is.
But you could be
where you're just, it's a little nonstop.
You're about one more win away from having a really hectic
yeah, for sure.
winter, early part of the winter.
Yeah. Where there's going to be some contractual stuff that gets complicated. Yeah. Anyway,
go get them, guys.
This show brought to you by Rain Total Body Fuel, 300 milligrams natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you. Oh, I know what happened today. I built this window of time to exercise in, and I didn't get it. Literally got to the gym 5 minutes into a workout. Phone lights up with, "Hey, are you still coming on?" And it was like, "Oh, damn, I'd promised." So I stopped. I left, came here, did it. And then my day was shot. And so mentally, I'm kind of, and then people had login issues, people wanting favors. I told you, people like, "Hey, can you do me a favor?" And I'm like, I don't know you. I mean, like,
how do they get your number?
I don't know. Well, I mean, it's on my email and stuff. When you do what, you know how it is.
Yeah.
When you do what we do, people get your number.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. My number's out there. You might want to give me a call. Give me a call.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
May not answer if I don't have you in my phone book, but I'll say what's up.
Rain Total Body Fuel, 300 milligrams natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits, achieve your goals. Check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more.
Neal, I'm rocking with the sour gummy worm today. It is my Thursday favorite. Gets me in the right frame of mind for Make It Rain Thursday. But Neal, the Kia of Meridian chat is already bumping, and you can bump right into big savings. That's right. Big savings right now is the perfect time to upgrade your ride with unbeatable deals at Kia of Meridian. Whether you're looking for a brand new car, a truck, an SUV, or a certified pre-owned vehicle, Kia of Meridian has something for everyone. They have 0.00 APR on the remaining 2025 Sorrentos and huge discounts on all the remaining 2024 inventory. They're giving you up to $3,000 over Kelly Blue Book for your trade right now. So if you need a new ride, you take a new ride to Trav, you say, "Here's my ride." He's going to give you $3,000 more than what Kelly Blue Book tells him to give you. Then you're going to get in that brand new. I would recommend the Telluride. Those things are badass. But go get whatever you want. And you're going to say, "Trav, I'm buying this Telluride, and I want you to pull it out, Trav, and let me spin the wheel," and win awesome prizes like a PS5, an Xbox, a TV, and more. So check them out at Kia of Meridian. We're also brought to you by the official RV dealer, McCready Siskey, County Line Campers. County Line Campers is right there, right off exit 38, I-10, in the wonderful city of Gulfport, Mississippi. If you say, hey, kind of the same deal. If you got like, you know what, I have a RV, I need to trade it in. You're going to take it down, right on down to Rob. Rob down at County Line Campers is going to take care of you. He's going to take your trade in. He's going to take care of you and put you in a brand new RV. And he can get them as low as $379 a month. And check this out. For this week, you can get up to $2,000 cash back on select new RVs. He's going to take care of you. No payments to 2026, the whole deal. So if you're looking to get ready to go camping this fall, check them out at countylinecampers.com or stop by and check them out. How about that?
How about that?
And also make sure you check out all Instagram, TikToks, and all that stuff. They do great videos. Them and Trav and Rob both at Kia Meridian and County Line Campers. Great follows on social media because they're really good at this social media marketing. So shout out to them.
TJ, thanks for the super chat. He says this would help Neal and AJ, but after last week for your money line pick, what if y'all's pick a game but have 3 that you guys like, and in the event a major player is hurt, you can change to one of the others? Yeah, let me forewarn everybody. Okay, I've done not 1 second of research today. This is going to be a disaster of weeks.
You keep saying that, but you're dominating.
Well, I'm just telling you, I haven't even looked at lines. Like, I'm going to pull up the thing to put in the stream, and then I'm going to go hit it myself because I've got to figure out what I'm doing. I have no clue. I did a podcast with someone else. I promised I would do it. I did it. It was like almost an hour. My schedules. I have a time that I usually look at this, and I'll write down. You usually walk in, and I have it written down. It is not written down. It's not done. I haven't done it. And then I got distracted.
Good.
I got distracted because, and I have a problem with revisionist history, and this is going to be a very short little bitch.
Is this life advice?
James Harden, stop lying. There you go. Just admit it.
What I missed?
2012, James Harden. It's fine. We're over. We got a title. It's over. It's good.
Are you still
no,
about 2012?
No, James Harden's one of they did so starting five, Netflix. It's great. I love it. If you don't love the NBA, I'll stop talking about it. I understand most people hate the NBA. Whatever. I love the NBA. I love it. It's like someone described it as Hollywood with a ball, and I'm like, that's right. I like it. It's like going to the movies every night. A lot of drama. I enjoy it. Shoot me. I don't care. In fact, today might be a good day to just end it. They're featuring 5 dudes.
Okay.
They followed him around all season. It's Kevin Durant, Jaylen Brown with the Celtics, James Harden, Tyrese Halliburton, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay.
They made good choices, right? Because you ended up with Game 7, Halliburton, SGA.
Good for them.
But they're on episode 1, and they're starting off with Kevin Durant, who broke into the league with James Harden in Oklahoma City. Mm-hmm. And in 2010, the Thunder lost to the Lakers in the first round. Lakers won the title. 2011, they lost to the Mavericks, Western Conference Finals. Mavericks won the title. 2012, they lost to the Heat in the finals. Obviously, Heat won the title.
Yes.
And then they traded James Harden that September. It was the day of the Ole Miss-Arkansas game in Little Rock. I was on my way back.
I was there.
And found out that they traded James Harden, and I was pretty sad.
I wasn't. We walked it off with a field goal.
Yeah, well, I wasn't playing. I wrote. I remember the game. At the time of the game, I didn't know that later that night I was going to get devastating news that my favorite Thunder player was getting traded. It was James Harden at the time. And now James Harden, it's just a couple $1 million. I couldn't believe they did it. They told you they were going to do it. They told you if you didn't agree to just take a haircut off the max that they were going to trade you. And then they traded you, and you come back all these years later with this whole, I didn't know. Yeah, you did. Anyway, that's it.
Let's go.
That's all I got. But don't bet on my picks. Your boy's got no clue.
Rob's in the chat. Rob said that Siskey and I have WNBA watch parties. That is correct. Don't tell about our secrets there, Rob. All right, let's get started.
I get more hell for liking the NBA than most people get for a lot of things. I don't really know what that's about. It's a strange thing. People get mad at me for liking NBA.
I don't know why, but the whole the NBA. I don't mind the NBA. I've told you this. For me, it's so much different to me. And again, I followed it very closely when I was younger, and then I guess when all of my guys that I followed retired, I just didn't have the same stuff. All right, let's get it cranked up here. All right, I'm going to start with this one. We're going to be short here. We're going to get to the picks pretty quick. So this came out today. The NCAA has tabled. That means they're not going to address it. The 5 years to play 5 rule. I think everybody was pushing for this to go through. They've tabled it, which means they will come back to it at a later time, which means it's not going to affect anything this year. The reason they tabled it is because there are active lawsuits currently with eligibility. And so they're not really going to address it until there's no more active lawsuits with eligibility. So as hand-raised guy in the back of the room, I would immediately go, excuse me, when in the hell are we ever going to get to a period of time when there's, in the current model, when there's not lawsuits on eligibility?
We're not.
And then it's like guys, what are we doing? And I get this 5 for 5 thing. Let me explain to you why it's a big deal. Okay, is we've reached the rev share we've been in NIL, now we're in rev share. Regardless, the players are getting paid, and so players that are good college players that don't have big futures in the NFL, aka Pavia, aka all these guys, most running backs. Running backs are going to have more value in college than they're going to have in the NFL, so on and so forth. We can go on by position by position. But all of these players are going to want to extend their life, and so you're going to have these issues. And I'm going to bring up this Damari Alston thing at Auburn. Okay, so for those that have been under a rock, if you're from the state of Alabama, you haven't because it's been news all week, is Damari Alston, the starting running back at Auburn, came in early this part of this week, and he wanted to redshirt. Okay, he was the team captain. And look, I've from all indications, I have not been told a single bad word about this kid. All I have been told is how awesome this kid is, and that's probably true. That has nothing to do with it. But he wanted to come in, and he wanted to redshirt and sit out. Okay, all the players are all in an uproar because of what Hugh said in the press conference, and I'm going to get to that in a second, in a minute. But if you have the 5 years to play 5 rule, and that's coaches don't have to go through this every year. You don't put programs in jeopardy because you've lost a couple of games and your players have to sit out. If it's 5 to play 5, there's nothing to talk about. They go play. This is actually good for the players, one, for their longevity. It's also good for the programs because they don't have to deal with these people opting out all the damn time after game 4. You play. And so, I mean, and if you put this rule into effect, all these lawsuits go away anyway. It's like, what are we doing? I don't understand that. And I talked about Damari Alston, and this happened basically, Neal, right when we were doing the show. This is when it started coming out on Monday.
Okay.
So he comes out, and like, I got a couple things here, and it depends on when you're on social media. It depends on who you're looking at and what everybody's saying. And obviously, the players have come in his defense because they elected him captain. He's a great kid, yada yada yada. But it's like some of these people are just clueless, and they come in there and they go, he came in, all he wanted to do was redshirt. No, like, you can call it whatever you want to call it, okay? Whatever the PC is in 2025 that he wanted to redshirt and he wanted to do this, we can call it whatever makes you feel good, okay? But I'm from Anniston, Alabama, and in Anniston, Alabama, we call that quitting, okay? The problem, and look, Hugh doesn't need any, like, he doesn't need all this. I mean, he's got plenty of issues going on right now, and then everybody piling on Hugh for what he said, okay? I know Hugh. I'll bring something that Neal knows, okay? Like, Hugh doesn't say that. That's not his language. He was told to say that. I guarantee you, and I don't know this. I'm going to make this clear, too. I haven't talked to anybody over there, so this is not sourced. But I can guarantee you the language that he used on that press conference Monday when asked about it, I'll bet you that the exact words were in Damari Alston's contract. He was told to say that so they don't have to pay him because he quit. That's where that came from. Per sources, there's been a lot of players, and this is where I was going to bring Neal on this. There's been a lot of players that have done a lot worse that Hugh made sure that they were able to play on Saturday.
That is true.
Okay, so this is not a, Hugh. It kind of is what it is on that. But where I come from, we call that quitting, and we've reached a stage where, if you have the 5-to-5 play rule in, you don't have to worry about your team captain coming in there and quitting halfway through the season. So I think it needs to go through. Whatever it is, it needs to go through. It's turned into a complete and utter shit show as far as that. It's good for the players. It's good for the universities. It's good for everybody. 5 years to play 5, and let's be done with it. Please get that back, and I don't understand why we're not putting that through. And it's been put through on lower levels, so I don't understand the common sense there.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. Got asked at basketball media days on Tuesday, and coaches don't really seem to have a feel for what to do with it.
So here's the thing: is like, you got
the one thing you can get coaches to agree on is to get back to the old transfer rules, where you get one free transfer, and after that you have to sit.
Yeah, I mean,
that is the one thing coaches want is they want something
to stop
some level of control of this
free agency.
Like John Calipari took some heat the other day and I was in the room when he said it about, a player 4 places in 4 years or 5 places in 5 years is not good. And people are, you're old. No, he's right. Come on. He's right. Put your allegiances down for a minute. He's right. A player going to 5 schools in 5 years is not healthy. If a kid did that academically, you would go, what's wrong? Like, why are you struggling?
Like, and again, it will never pass because it will never get brought up. if you made me in charge of college athletics tomorrow, mine would be very simple. You go somewhere and you sign a quote unquote contract. If you want to be a free agent, graduate, because these kids aren't graduating. We pretend that this is all about the kid, but it's not about the kid. It's about money. It's not about the kid. It's about money, because these kids are not graduating, that are transferring all this stuff. They're not graduating, Neal. So when they run out of money and 27 years old and they're broke with no college degree, good luck to the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And that's where I heard you on a show earlier this week, and it may have been about this Calipari thing. You know, the interesting thing about what's going on in coaching right now is you got people like Calipari. When Calipari got into these guys, I call them OGs, the guys that are 40 plus. When you got into coaching, do you know why you got into coaching? Yeah, you wanted to go coach the highest level and compete and all that stuff, but you actually cared about the individual and tried to make them good people. And now it's turned in such a transactional relationship. And now you got young guys that are coming in the business. They don't know. I think you were talking about this with how on whatever podcast I was here, you were talking about setting an example.
It was Cal and Kelvin Sampson were
it was something about
talking,
that, right?
Both of their sons are in coaching.
But these young coaches that are coming in here, they're not seeing that, hey, we're in this to try to like improve young men's lives, or young ladies if you're coaching a female sport. But these players are not graduating. So if you want to be a free agent, go graduate, and then you can transfer all you want to. You get your degree, go freaking transfer. If you go to school, the way the academic support is set up, if you actually go to class and take advantage of it, there's no reason you can't graduate within 3 years. You'd have 2 more years to go transfer your ass off. So, but anyway, neither here nor there. All right, moving on real quick before we get to picks. I'm going to call this, I've, throughout the week, and I'm not surprised. I was already thinking about it on Monday, but I was not really surprised about how the rest of the week has turned out. It's kind of where I thought it was going. I probably should have talked about this on Monday. This firing at Penn State, James Franklin, is going to affect college football more than any other firing in the history of the game. I'm going to call it the James Franklin effect.
Okay.
We both know, and it's been proven, and you can just look at the data, the last 2 years since revenue share has been a thing, these buyouts people have been worried about the buyouts of firing coaches. James Franklin got let go, who pretty much, unless you're a Penn State fan, everybody thinks you're crazy, but whatever. $49.7 million to walk. Now it's put pressure on these ADs, and boosters have now starting to go, wait a minute. If Penn State can do it, we can do it. You're telling me, wait a minute. If they can do it, we can do it. I think that's led to, and I think a lot of coaches have seen that too. I mean, this is going around the coaching world too. You look and kind of the point, I was talking to some coaches, and I had a buddy of mine said this the other day, and he's 100% right. He's a coach. He's like, if you really want to think about what's crazy about this James Franklin firing, whatever your issue is with James, right? If you're a fan and he hasn't won the big games, blah, 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 whatever your issue is. Mm-hmm. The bottom line is James Franklin won 37 games in the last 3.5 years. And he lost 3 games in a row, granted to teams that everybody thought he was big favorites and he should win. And he was shown the door. And he said, think about this. He goes, 100% 4 years ago. Even he goes, hell, last year. He's been there 13 years and won. A coach like that usually has enough equity to at least finish the season and see it. He's done enough to where you go, hey, we're going to see if you can get this back on track.
Yeah.
Not anymore. And so it's not a scary thing, but like, I want to make sure people know this too, is nobody feels sorry for James Franklin. Like, is he going to be able to eat tomorrow? It's not that. It's somebody like me, okay, that I've been in the building there's other people that are doing great jobs inside that building. You don't win as many games like that without having good people in your organization. Well, they're not getting $50 million buyouts, and it's real life to them. They're going to have to go move their kids, and they've been there. And it's just a lot of people are inside the building that don't have those runways and don't have those nice buyouts that it affects. And so that's where from a human standpoint, where that has been. I think this is going to happen sooner rather than later. I think, you saw what happened with Florida this week, where you had, which I think, if you want to just get to the truth of it, we'll never get the truth out. But my opinion of the truth is that it got leaked to the media to put pressure on Strickland to make a change. So that's where that's at. When it comes to Hugh Freeze, I think he's now in Billy territory. He's truly on a 7-day contract. I think John Cohen's more likely to let him finish the year because he's a coach, but I don't know that to be true. That could happen sooner rather than later. So it is what it is. It's like we've reached a world now to where we're making emotional decisions, and they're like, hey, if they can do it, we can do it. So it's going to be interesting there. Old Steve in the chat says 4-21 against top 10 teams. I'm glad you said that. I bet you don't know that there's only 4 coaches on the entire planet that have winning records against top 10 teams. And so the point is like, I agree he hasn't won against top 10 teams, but neither has anyone else. That's the point, right? And whoever Penn State hires, Old Steve, is also going to have a losing record against top 10 teams. The next argument was, well, he hasn't won the big one. Well, you're firing this guy, and you're going to go hire somebody who also hasn't beaten anybody. So it's just, I understand that that's a frustration for Penn State fans, but the reality is whoever the next candidate is going to have the same issues coming in that the guy that just left with. So, I mean, I understand the point, and it's a fair point. But the guy, you're not replacing him with somebody who has proven they can do it better than him on that. So that's my point. Another interesting thing here, I'm going to say this: there's already been a ton of group of 5 movement. Obviously, the buyouts are not as big, and I think you're going to see a lot of group of 5 movement. I looked at this. See if this surprises you, Neal.
Okay.
There are 65 teams in the group of 5 conferences. Okay.
Okay.
How many teams, and I hope you haven't seen the outline I sent, how many teams of those 65 do you think have above a 500 win percentage?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
There are 65 group of 5 teams.
Okay.
How many of the 65 do you think have above a 500% winning percentage halfway through the season?
Like right now?
Right now, today.
I don't know, 30.
20 of the 65. We added one last night. Jacksonville State went from 3-3 to 4-3.
Okay.
20 of the 65 group of 5 teams have an above 500 record right now. And so again, there's going to be a ton of movement, but when the reality is there's been what you've talked about a gazillion times. There needs to be a separation between the group of 5 and the Power 5. You've talked about that a bunch, but it just goes to show you that the quote unquote upsets or beating other teams are just, there's just separations getting too big. Now you're going to have some, and you look at teams like teams like Memphis is doing well, South Florida, Tulane. We talk about those guys, Navy, but in the overall actuality of it, 20 of the 65 teams, it's less than a third.
Wow.
Have an above 500 record.
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
It's just, but you know what I'm saying, though. That means 45 coaches are staring at a losing record right now. It's just insane. It is what it is.
Well, there's just more losses to be had because there's more parity.
Correct. This like, like you look at South Alabama, they got walked off on against Arkansas State the other night. And you look at South Alabama, they lose 6 starters in May. You know what I mean? It's one's your starting quarterback with no opportunity to replace them. And so you got a good team that just lost 6 starters and one of them being your quarterback, and they've been competitive. You know what I mean? Hell, they were a 2-point conversion away from tying Tulane. You know what I mean? And then it's just it's what it is. All right, Neal, are you ready?
Yeah, I'll tell you this real quick. Some vodkas, Tyler, are imported from Europe, and they wear skinny jeans. I don't know if you knew that. 47 vodka. It shows up with the red tie, gold cufflinks, the will to win. Small batch. It's ultra smooth. 1 star for each felony charge, as a matter of fact. And yes, those are real gold flakes in the bottle. Why? Because the people at 47 Vodka believe Trump doesn't just like gold. He bathes in it, sleeps in it. Even has a gold toilet, they say. And the cork, it's laser engraved with the 47th, the president himself. It's not a drink, it's a declaration. So order your bottle now at 47vodka.com. And you can sip while enjoying America's new golden age. That's 47vodka.com.
Neal.
Oh, by the way, we did life advice earlier. Life advice. brought to you by our friend Cole Walters, State Farm Insurance. Cole, licensed in auto, home, life, health, business, pet insurance for both Georgia and Alabama. Contact Cole at 706-525-7850. You can find him online also at colewaltersinsurance.com.
Neal, you're serious about your health, aren't you?
Yes. Well, I try to be.
You try to be, right?
Yeah, I'm more serious. I'd like to be more serious than I am, but I do try to be serious, to answer your question.
Well, if you're out there, and if you're like Neal, and you take your health serious, and if you're like myself, I know this is shocking for everybody. I take my health serious 5 days a week. On the weekend, not so much. But during the week, I take my health serious. Try to eat right. Try to get some exercise in. Not very successfully, but I try. And I don't have time to go to a doctor visit. I don't have time for your confusing lab reports. But let me tell you what I do have time for. Prime! That's right. Go to getprime.com. That's GETPRYM.com. It is a modern at-home lab testing kit that puts you in control. You can order your kit at getprime.com and collect your sample from home in just a few minutes, and you can get clear, personalized results. There's no needles, there's no waiting room, and no hassle. Whether you're rechecking your hormones, your energy levels, metabolism, or overall wellness, Prime makes it fast, easy, and actionable. And if you need support, Prime's going to get you connected to the right people who can guide you on all of your next steps. Just imagine this right now. It's simple, it's powerful, and it works for you and your partner, for both men and women. So go to getprime.com and make sure when you get your kit, put MPW in the checkout code, and you can get 20% off of your order. That's right, 20% off your order. So go to getprime.com and take your health into your own hands. How about that?
How about that?
This episode's also brought to you by our good friends at Thompson's Paint and Body Shop. Where are they located? They're right there in the heart of Saraland, Alabama. They're not some corporate chain pretending not to care. You're going to give a call. You're going to pick them up. You're going to say, hey, you're going to talk to Don. You're going to talk to Don Jr. You're going to say, hey, my wife hit a deer, which mine's hit 4. Congratulations, Aaron. Shout out. Or a storm came through and put some knots in your car. You need to get those knots taken care of. Those little dents dinged out. They're going to take care of you at Thompson's Paint and Body. And they're located right there off I-65, exit 13, right there in the heart of Saraland, Alabama. That's right. They're real people, a real family that take real pride in their work. If you have a fender bender, deer damage, it doesn't matter. They're going to take care of you. And if you tell them that you heard about them on McCready and Siskey, they're going to give you a special deductible assistant discounts. So send your friends, give them a call at 251-675-0884, 251-675-0884, or check them out at thompsonsbodyshop.com.
I will double on something you said. I don't feel sorry for head coaches when they get fired. Okay, they're making tons of money. Yeah, they're fine.
They're good.
The part that, and I get there's a disconnect here. I do. But there's a lot of people. I'm not saying people don't deserve to be fired and stuff happens. It's a results business. It's a results business. It is. But there are people in the building who don't make anything resembling millions, who have their lives turned upside down. And it is what it is, but it is okay for people, including us, to have some empathy. That's all I'm saying. When people go, you guys feel sorry. Oh, yeah, I do feel sorry for people when they lose their jobs, because sometimes it does suck. And a lot of times it's young people with young families, and they're not making a lot of money. It's work, and it's part of the deal. Again, I'm not saying that nobody should be fired. It's a results business, and if you don't get the results, you're going to get fired. And when you're on a staff, that means that everybody gets fired.
Yep.
It is what it is. But it's okay. I'm not saying anybody in the stream. Just in general, I get this. This is a social media thing that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Like, good. Everybody's gone. Good. They all suck. It's okay. That's fine. You're entitled to that opinion. But don't get mad at people like us. Not anybody in the stream, just in general. Don't get mad when we have a little empathy for some of the people in the building. And that's it.
Mine's from personal experience, right?
Like, I feel sorry for Billy Napier? No. Billy Napier is guaranteed $21 million. He is going to be
and
fine.
He'll get a job if he wants one.
He's fine. But are there people inside the building in Gainesville that I feel sorry for? Of course, sure. Because they tried hard. It didn't work. It's not going to work. Whatever reason, we can do the thing. I thought Matt Hayes wrote a pretty good story the other day. I think it was Matt. It may have been ESPN about inside stuff, and it just didn't. It's a tough league, and everybody can't win. Literally, it's impossible.
And with more parity, you're going to get more losses, right?
There's more games this week where people are going to lose.
Yeah.
Either Alabama or Tennessee's losing on Saturday. Either LSU or Vanderbilt's losing on Saturday. And someone's losing Saturday, right? I mean, so it's just – that's it.
Yeah.
I get it. And on the other hand, when people do the thing about – and this is where I think you and I agree. I think it's a language difference. As long as you honor the contract, you got every right in the world to fire anybody the minute you want to fire them. Like you want to fire James Franklin in October?
Oh, it's your right.
It's your right. You got to pay. You got to pay him, and if you pay him, it's all good, and they will. He'll get his money. It's like the Jimbo thing. Jimbo's getting his money.
Yeah,
he's being paid.
No mitigation.
Yeah, I mean he's being
got a good contract.
Jimbo's being paid. Texas A&M had every right in the world to fire him. You can argue about whether you think it's ridiculous or not. Sure, that's fine. You have your opinion on it. But no, I mean, Penn State had I'm not one of the people that go, Penn State's crazy. No, I mean, look, I don't know what the financial situation is there. If they feel like it's worth it to get rid of him now for $47 million and they have the money and they chose to do it, perfectly within their rights.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of people I know, like an example is like you got somebody, I mean, it's happened to, like I remember the first time that I was on a staff that got fired when I was at Arkansas State, we set like 34 school records on offense. I think we had the most. I'm coaching receivers. We had the most passing yards in the 100-year history of the school, and we got fired. That sucks. You know what I mean? I mean, you're like, there's so many people in their organization that, and we weren't making anything. Anyway, nothing, making nothing. That bothers me. And like, look, it goes on. I think we talked about it with this Bill Belichick thing a week ago. The one that bothers me the most, and it's happened. I'm going to try not to go viral and start any investigations anywhere. But there are schools that are so desperate, they get locked in these buyouts, right? And they get so desperate to get out, and they can't get out of them, that they'll start turning themselves in.
Oh yeah,
for violations.
Yeah,
that has happened in this league, in the SEC. It has happened where boosters helped coaches break rules, then turned themselves in to get out of a buyout. It's happened in this league. It's happened. And it's just, it's bad business, man. It is what it is. All right, are you ready? Kinda.
I've got a few ready to go. Yeah,
right.
I'm looking for a college money line.
It is time for Make It Rain Thursday. That's the moment you have all been waiting for. All right, Neal, here we go. Coming into this week, you were 39, 32, and 1. You've hit some money lines. You're up plus 8.9 units.
How?
I mean, you just are.
Okay.
I did cut into it last week because you didn't have a great week last week. I am now 38, 33, and 1. I am plus 8.71 units. I am down 0.19 units to you going into this week. All right. So we're pretty much tied because I hit the big money line last week. I had plus 271 last week with the fighting Kurt Signetti's.
Yeah, we've hit the stage in the schedule where multiple things are happening. One, your football knowledge becomes superior here. Two, my overall lack of interest as compared to other things kicks in.
It's the time of the year where usually I get to take over.
Yeah,
but now I'll lose because I said that.
Last weekend, this is the time of the year when it happens. It's why I never get excited when I get a lead. And NBA starts Tuesday. So literally effective next weekend, other than the game that's in front of me that I cover, I'm watching NBA.
It is what it is. Yeah. Neal in the chat put in the betonline.ag. Shout out to betonline.ag, who is the official sportsbook partner of McCready and Siskey. The link is right there in the chat. If you want to help out the show, you can hit the link. You can go sign up. It works anywhere.
I feel confident you did not watch this week's episode of the season.
No.
I didn't think.
Yeah, no, I have not. Is that the Ole Miss thing?
Yeah.
No,
felt confident you did not.
Probably had a better chance of watching a cooking show. All right. Probably have a better chance of locking in on the WNBA than that. But click that link, that betonline.ag link that Neal put in the chat. You can get $250 of free bets and 50% discount on Bitcoin deposits, which is what your boy uses. Helps the show. Appreciate you guys. Links right there in the chat. What'd you say?
Nothing. I'm calling myself.
All right, you want to go ahead and start it off?
Sure.
Give you time?
Sure.
All right.
I mean, I'm ready.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to start. I got 2 Big Tens off the top, so I'll start with one of the Big Tens. I'm sure there's a trick here, and I'm missing something about an injury, but give me Northwestern -3 at home against Purdue. If all I got to do is give 3 points against Purdue, I'll do it.
Purdue much improved, by the way.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, a good start.
But Northwestern has actually, they're not.
They beat Penn State.
They did, but they're not like they're both improved teams.
Yeah.
I'm not saying not. Remember, Purdue didn't win a game last year, right? So I mean, but Barry Odom's head coach, my guy Charles Clark's there. They got like 80 new players. They're not awful. I mean, what they were, they've improved. All right, Neal, my first game. I'm just gonna start it off hot here today. I'm gonna get everybody pissed off to start with. You ready?
Sure.
The Ole Miss Rebels are traveling to Athens, Georgia this weekend, Neal. Have you heard about that game?
Yes, I leave tomorrow.
Oh, you're going
for said game. Yes.
You're going to that game.
I am covering the game.
The Ole Miss Rebels are 7.5 point underdogs at Georgia Bulldogs. And guess what, Neal?
It's not enough. It's too much.
That is not where I'm going. Give me the Ole Miss +3.5 in the first half against Georgia.
Okay.
In 365 days, it's actually this weekend will be 365 days. Georgia Bulldogs have played 9 Power 4 opponents and have only had the lead in one of the – I mean, think about this. They've only led one time at halftime against the last 9 Power 4 opponents that they played.
Wow. Is that right?
That is correct.
Wow.
The last time they had a lead against Kentucky a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Before that, it was all the way literally 1 year ago this week. They went to Texas last year and led at halftime. That was the last time they led at half against all Power 4 opponents.
How about that?
How about that stat? So give me, I think Ole Miss starts fast in this game. I've said this, and I think Georgia wins the game. But I do think Ole Miss, you give me Ole Miss +3.5. I need 2 touchdowns. Lane, I need 2 touchdowns in the first half. I think that Ole Miss starts fast. I think if you're an Ole Miss fan and you're looking to win this game, I think they have to have at least a 13-point lead at halftime to win this game. I do. I think 10 points is like the scare. That's like scary time. But I think if they're up 13+, they have a chance to win the game. I think I like Ole Miss +3.5 in the first half against Georgia on Saturday. I think they do get started hot. I think Ole Miss either has a lead or definitely has it within 3 points at halftime. That's my deal there. I don't know why Georgia can't start off the first half, but it just is what it is. They figured out they're a great second half team. Interesting thing here for me is just at the end of the day is like the reason you have to have a lead. If Ole Miss wins this game, and like you came down and you said, "Hey Tyler, Ole Miss beats Georgia," I tell you that Ole Miss has a very sizable lead in the second half and forces Georgia to play from behind. Ole Miss is having a very difficult time stopping the run this year. I think they're like 90-something in the country at stopping the run.
Yeah.
Georgia's much better. They're not great, but they're much better. I think if you allow Georgia to play ahead of the chains, that could be a long night for Ole Miss. Ole Miss has to get out early and force Georgia to play from behind to win this game.
All right. I'm staying in the Big Ten. It's a huge number here, but I bet against this team last week, and it was one of the few that I got right. So I'm going to bet against them again this week. Give me Ohio State -25 at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So the question here is, can Ohio State score 25.5 points? And I think they can.
I mean, yeah.
And again, everyone, do not, let me rephrase. Here's your life advice. Fade me. So go ahead.
You can't
jump
say
on
that when
Purdue
you're freaking killing it this year.
+3.
You're probably going to go like 9-2 this week.
The disaster's coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like your confidence level you got going on there.
And starting next week, we've got to have a revision because I thought we were doing a 3-team race where I was I was simply trying to beat.
Well, I think
AJ.
officially today or tomorrow, we're not going to be able to do that.
I understand that. that is a that literally moved the goalpost because my goal was to just simply hold off AJ.
Is what it is. All right, Neal. My second game. There's a game in Gainesville, Florida this weekend. The Florida Gators are hosting the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Florida is favored by 9.5. And guess what, Neal?
I don't think it's enough. I think they're going to cover.
It's too much.
Oh.
Give me the Mississippi State Bulldogs plus 9.5. I like the matchup here. I like the matchup. Give me Mississippi State plus 9.5 at Florida. Look, I think here's my thing is like, and I want to give and look, I'm never going to say anything, and y'all know this, and I'll just tell you, I'm just being honest here because that's what I do. But I'm never going to say anything bad about Billy because I love the guy. I think he's an awesome human being. The one thing you got to give, which we're never going to give Billy credit for anything, it's really amazing. They've been trying to cut his nuts for 2 years, and these players keep showing up and playing for him. They're trying to cut his nuts again this week. It's probably this. If he loses the game, he's probably not making it through the bye week.
A lot of people think he's not making it no matter what.
Right. And so, do they stand up and play for him one more time? Even if they do, I like the matchup here for Mississippi State coming off a bye week. I like Mississippi State plays extremely hard. I think they would have gotten, what's hurt them is like when I think they would have gotten Texas A&M if Texas A&M wasn't as explosive on offense in late in the game. I think Florida's lack of explosion on offense keeps Mississippi State in this game. I know Mississippi State lost a running back, but I like Lebby here. I like this spot for Lebby at plus 9.5 against Florida.
All right. I'm deviating to the SEC for a moment. Going to Auburn, Alabama. Auburn playing host to Eli Drinkwitz and the Missouri Tigers. I think this is I won't be as graphic as you were just then about things being cut. I do think a cut.
I didn't say a cuss word, did I?
No.
Oh.
No, just referred to a castration. I won't go that.
Wasn't wrong.
I won't go that far. I will simply say I think this is the end for Hugh Freeze. Give me Missouri -2 over Auburn.
Yeah, I'm not touching that game either way. I don't. I mean, I tell you this. I don't think it's a close game. Either way.
Yeah, maybe not.
I think if Missouri covers, they cover very easily. And then you can see them coming out and play it. If they come out and play hard and all that stuff and I at home and all that. But I don't think it's a close game either way, actually. But I'm not touching it because I would probably, if you made me wager, I would wager Missouri with everything that's going on this week. All right, Neal, my third game. Love this one. America's team. That's right, America's team. The Clemson Tigers.
Oh, I thought you meant ULM.
No, the Clemson Tigers. # America's team.
Who got SMU this week?
They're hosting the SMU Ponies.
Yeah.
The Mustangs. Clemson is favored by 6.5, Neal, at home against the Ponies. And guess what?
It's not enough.
It's too much.
Really?
Give me the Ponies to ride on America's team. Give me SMU plus 6.5.
Oh, wow.
On the road against America's team. I like this number. That's a lot of points. They can score points. Clemson, they played Boston College. They've played North Carolina. I think this line's getting helped a little bit there. If you look at SMU, they're still undefeated in the league. They have losses to TCU and Baylor, like really close score, one score losses.
Yeah, Rhett Lashley's done a good job at SMU.
Rhett Lashley, shout out to my boys down at SMU. This is a tough one for me to pick. Hey, my buddies at Clemson, I got a bunch of buddies at Clemson. You can still win the game, just don't cover.
Yeah.
Just don't cover. I'll take the Ponies plus 6.5.
Okay. All right, I'm going to stay in the SEC.
You pulling out hats over there?
It's my favorite hat. Probably my favorite team in the league.
Oh.
My guys, Vanderbilt, favored over LSU. It's the first time my guys have been favored in a game involving a top 25 team in 78 games.
Been a minute.
But you know what? We're staying in the top 25. Give me Vanderbilt minus 2.5
Wow.
over LSU.
Wow.
Give me the
Neal.
doors.
Wow.
My guy Clark Lee, my friend Barton Simmons,
How about that?
Vandy. Show your gold. I should wear gold all day in Athens on Saturday.
All right. My fourth game. You should. That would be funny.
It would be funny.
You should wear that hat.
Nah, it'd be unprofessional. In fact, it's unprofessional to wear it here. So, but I'm having a little fun. It's okay.
All right, Neal.
I could have put on an Auburn hat just then.
You could have. I'm also going to stay in the SEC here. There's a game in Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah.
The South Carolina Gamecocks are hosting the Oklahoma Sooners. Oklahoma is favored by 5.5 now, Neal. 5.5 on the road at South Carolina.
Interesting game.
Interesting game.
Yeah.
But guess what?
It's not where you're going.
It's not enough.
Oh.
Give me the 24-day out of surgery, John Mateer and the Oklahoma Sooners to not only beat South Carolina, but to cover easily.
Oh, wow.
Easily cover.
Easily cover.
Easily cover. Give me the Sooners to rebound from last week and get after South Carolina. I'd like to thank you to all the Oklahoma fans and Oklahoma bettors that kept this line where it's at. I think that's an easy cover. Give me Oklahoma minus 5.5.
Interesting.
At South Carolina.
All right, I feel patriotic right here. This is it's a game that I sometimes pick. I've won with it before. Hopefully, win with it again. Got Air Force at home against the Wyoming Cowboys. Wyoming's a really good home team usually. They're not a very good away team. Air Force is usually a pretty good home team. Give me Air Force minus 4.5 against Wyoming. Air Force.
Yeah, I have nothing for you on that game.
My friend Billy Quinn's son, Major, is on the Air Force team. So shout out to the Falcons.
All right, I got two here. I'm debating here, okay?
All right.
I've got two I'm debating here. All right. I like them both. Neal. I like them both. All right, so I'm debating. I know what I'm going to go with. I'll tell you what I like, though. All right, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to stay in the SEC since it's for the show. We'll talk about the game on Monday anyway. The Tennessee Volunteers are traveling to Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
I thought about this game. I thought about just rolling the dice on the money line on this one. I didn't, but I thought about it.
The Tennessee Volunteers are now underdogs by 7.5, I think is what it's at. Is that what you got it at?
Something like that.
7.5, 8, 8.5. It's been at 9.5. It's been all over the place. That's not where I'm going, Neal.
Okay.
Give me the Tennessee Alabama over 59.5.
Oh.
I think this is going to be a shootout.
You don't think our guy Kane can?
Well, here's the deal. It's like, I think that from a Alabama's perspective, Tennessee's like really struggling in the back end, okay? And Alabama is not struggling throwing the football.
Right.
So I think they're going to be able to score points. The thing with Tennessee versus Alabama here is like the one thing that's struggled for Alabama on defense is their run fits and playing in space. And they're going to spread them out. And now when the safeties in the top end have to come in for run fits, they're going to be covering at different angles, all that stuff. I think Tennessee's going to be able to run the football against Alabama and set up the plays, and they're going to probably stack and create some matchups on the outside that they can win. I like the over here at 59.5 in this game. I think Alabama wins the game. I think Tennessee probably covers the number if it's over 7. If it closes over 7, I do think Tennessee probably covers the number, but I feel better about the over at 59.5.
Okay.
The one I like that I really do like, since we're done with those picks, I really like this USC plus 9.5 at Notre Dame.
Yeah, I had that on my short
I
list.
really like that. I'm going to bet that personally. I'll talk about it on the show when we do the betonline.ag show on Friday. But I like this USC plus 9.5 against Notre Dame. All right, money line time. It's money line time.
So I had two money lines.
Okay.
One very conservative and one very out there. The out there one, and I'm probably not going with this. I'm probably going conservative here. The out there one is UNLV at Boise State. UNLV is a plus 380.
Yeah, defense is going to be optional in that game.
Yeah, so it's just a lot of points. It's at Boise.
Yeah.
That might work against my guys. So I'm going the conservative route. Georgia Tech. It's a simple plus. At Duke, Georgia Tech's plus 100. I'm just treating it like a game,
yeah.
a unit. Give me the Yellow Jackets on the road, plus 100.
I am not touching that game. Like, that is the most rat line of all rat lines of the year. I mean, I bet you 85% of the money has to be on Georgia Tech. I mean, unless you're a Duke fan, but it's almost to the point where they're begging you to take Georgia Tech. And so I'm like, from a betting standpoint, it's almost like I'm going to blindly play Duke to win and cover. Like, they know something we don't. Usually when it's this, that's usually how it goes. I'm not playing it, but if I was forced to play it, I'd just blindly play Georgia Tech. Blindly play Duke because of the trap line. All right, my money line, Neal.
Yep.
I'm also going the safe route, but I'm not going the Georgia Tech Duke game.
Okay.
There is a game that you have picked that's taking place in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
The Vanderbilt Commodores are favored over LSU.
You're going the other way.
I'm going to go the other way money line. Like,
Okay. Sure.
I'm with you, though. It's like it's almost trappy. That's like a blind take Vandy, but give me LSU plus 115.
Okay.
Against Vandy. I'm riding with the Tigers. Go Tigers. Now you're talking about the other stuff coming out of this game. In the event that LSU loses to Vanderbilt, the fans are not going to be happy with Brian Kelly losing to Vanderbilt. Just letting you know that what's coming down the pipe. But I like LSU here. I like LSU to win at Vandy. If they want to make the playoffs, they got to win this game. If they want to have they can't lose this game if they have any aspirations of going to the playoffs. It's a big game for LSU, big spot. I think they know it. Give me the Baton Rouge Tigers on the road against Vandy. The other money line that I had that I'm going to play, by the way, another game I'm going to play here, Neal, that I love, is my Maryland Terrapins are on the road against UCLA. I think Cinderella turns pumpkin at midnight in Los Angeles this weekend. I think everybody's overreacting. I like Maryland to beat UCLA for sure. Cover. I'm definitely playing the game. Maryland the points. Can I give one more hot take for the year? Can I give a hot take?
Sure.
My hot take here, and this is for our listeners. My hot take is either this week or next week, 13 starts playing for Ole Miss. That's my hot take.
It's
a hot take. It's not sourced. My hot take is either this week or next week, 13 gets in the game for Ole Miss. That's my hot take.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's my hot take.
Chambliss did not play well last week. He missed some throws, missed some reads, made some bad decisions. Had his eyes in the wrong places. There were plays to be made. If you're an Ole Miss fan on the network and you don't know about the show, Pete's Pigskin Preview, the beginning of it breaks down some missed opportunities in the Washington State game, and a lot of it is Chambliss related. You might want to watch. It's already live and up.
It's not fair that Pete's an Ole Miss fan. He didn't get shots taken at him. It's not fair. It's not fair, Pete.
They like Pete.
They like Pete.
They like Pete.
They like Pete.
Pete's a good dude.
Pete's great.
Pete's great. All right,
NFL time. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. My first NFL pick. I'm laying a pretty big number here, but I think this is a mismatch. I think this is destined to happen. This won't make some Ole Miss people happy. It's the Giants at the Broncos. The Broncos are only laying 7. I may have thought about laying 10 here. Give me Denver -7 against Jackson Dart and the Giants. There are not many weapons here, and the Giants defense is going to struggle a little bit. I know the Broncos offense looked like trash in Europe, but their defense didn't. And Jackson's he doesn't have a whole bunch of options. He's played really, really well. This is going to be a tough one, though. Give me Denver -7.
Ooh. I'm actually I'm not playing that game. I would actually probably play it the other way.
Okay. Well, then, like I said.
I like it's Jackson Dart and Scattaboo are making the Giants fun to watch. I think they're giving energy to that team, and there are pro players. I will watch the game. They make them they make the as good of a 2-4 team to watch. The most interest of watching a 2-4 team play. All right, Neal, I'm starting this bad boy off tonight. The Pittsburgh Steelers are traveling to Cincinnati to take on Joe Flacco. Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers are traveling to Cincinnati to take on Joe Flacco and the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengay game, the icy hot game. There's going to be combined age like 90 of the quarterbacks. This got to be some kind of record, the age of quarterbacks in a long time playing each other. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals plus 5.5 at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the deal here is there is a little trend here. It's something like in his last 6 road games or something, divisional road games or something, he's not covering or something, or not doing well on the road here. I'm taking the Bengals in a divisional game plus 5.5 tonight at home. Don't have any other reason besides trends to take this.
I'll save us a minute here. You know what I'll do? I'm going to get the same thing. First, I'll tell you, before Tyler gives his second NFL pick, we're brought to you by our good friend Andy Ludicky, myperfectfranchise.net. If you're looking to get out of corporate America, you're looking for your next business venture, you're interested in learning about a business or a franchise, Andy Ludicky can help. He's a longtime board member, diehard college football fan, franchise veteran. He can help you with finding your franchise, your business that fits your DNA. He's an awesome guy. He loves to help people. His process is 100% free. It's a no-brainer for those of you wanting to get into business ownership. Get in touch with Andy, and you'll learn a lot about business. You can lean on him throughout the process. It's Andy at myperfectfranchise.net, 404-973-9901. If you're tailgating this week, whether it's Tuscaloosa or Nashville or Athens or wherever the case may be, Auburn, wherever the case may be, get you some Parish Brewing Company right there in Cajun Country, Broussard, Louisiana. Their simple goal is to make awesome craft brewed beer. I think they do it quite well, but don't take my word for it. Try it yourself. Dr. Juice, Ghost in the Machine, so much more. Wherever you get beer, look for Parish Brewing Company.
Breaking news.
Yes.
Breaking news. Indiana University and football coach Kirk Cignetti agree to a new 8-year contract through 2033. This going to pay him.
How's he going to coach Penn State at the same time? I don't understand.
Going to pay him an average of $11.6 million AAV through 2033.
How about that? Good for him. So Frank's going to need a bank. I suggest Bank First. It's the hometown bank with people who understand the needs of our community. It means local decisions, local support, local folks who care if your kid made the team at Bank First. They're not just bankers. They're neighbors and friends, whether you're buying a home, starting a business, or you just need someone to explain what APR actually means. They're right there down the street. They've got great technology with their apps, online banking, great rates and terms for condo purchases in all their markets, merchant services, including Clover point of sale systems, and much more. Give Gant Boone a call, 662-310-0204 to learn about Bank First. It's bankfirstfs.com. Bank First with locations in Oxford, Starkville, Hattiesburg, and Tuscaloosa. It's member FDIC, equal housing lender. Bank NMLS 454063. And we're brought to you by Outdoor Underwriters. Everyone loves the outdoors, but you want to make sure your hunt club or timberland is covered. Outdoor Underwriters provides the insurance you need at a price that makes sense. Outdoor Underwriters provides liability protection for occurrences arising out of activities and operations of your hunt club and its members, guests, invitees, agents, or employees. Take comfort in blind and tree stand liability, mobile equipment liability, hunting dog liability, and more. They also provide standing timber coverage, timberland liability, prescribed burn coverage. Their insurance products are endorsed by the National Deer Association, the Wild Turkey Federation, Alabama Forest Owners Association, and the Forestry Associations of Florida, Texas, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Louisiana. You can access these products through those websites, or you can call 866-961-4101 or online at outdoorund.com.
Somewhere right now in America, Matt Rule's agent, I don't know who it is, Matt Rule's agent's going, okay, 11.6, 8 years, carry the 1, carry the 0. And then Jimmy Sexton is sitting somewhere right now going 11.6, 8-year deal. Hey, I'd like to give a shout out to Lane Kiffin for his soon-to-be massive raise that he's about to get. Shout out, Lane.
I'll give you a prediction. I'll give you a prediction.
Good day to be Jimmy Sexton.
Good day to be Lane Kiffin.
Great day to be Lane Kiffin.
I will predict that Lane's number will top that.
That's my point.
Yes.
It's like this is going to be the baseline.
But in that ball, but that's good. It's going to be very close to that ballpark.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you said
11.6. That'd add about 300,000 to that.
Sounds a very, very specific number there, Neal.
I mean, I'm just making it up. Just talking. I mean, I'm just thinking.
Hey, like literally, everybody's like, okay, it's like the quarterbacks. It's like when, hey, Josh Herbert gets a $50 million AAV. Brock Purdy's guys like, oh, did you say 50? No, Tua's guys, oh, did you say 50? Oh, did you say 50? It's like, did you say 11.6? Jimmy Sexton's like, Matt Rule. Let's go Lane. Oh, did somebody mention, is this why we leak names to the media and they do podcasts about their names all week? Oh, did you say, what's my guy at Texas Tech's name? I mean, TCU, Texas A&M.
Elko.
Let's go. All the guys I got that are being mentioned this
Eli
week.
Drinkowitz.
Hey, Eli, congratulations.
Yeah.
Eli Drinkowitz.
Drink's getting the new deal too.
Drinkowitz, 11.6. Great day.
Yeah.
Great day. Congratulations to all you guys.
All you Florida boosters, y'all are going to get some Christmas cards this year.
Real talk. Like
real
that's
talk.
the real heroes in this
are the people that are
the
causing
boosters
the chaos.
that are causing the chaos.
You are the
real heroes.
You are going to get Christmas cards from Oxford, Mississippi, and Columbia, Missouri.
Guaranteed.
Yes.
Guaranteed. Shout out to you guys.
And real quick, and if I'm wrong, y'all can clip this and save it. You're about to be welcomed to a new reality in Gainesville, guys. I mean, you really are. You are not like look. I'm gonna break some bad news to you. There are jobs that Eli Drinkowitz and Lane Kiffin, I think, would drop everything for. Like, hey, Alabama comes calling, different deal. Texas comes calling, different deal. You're not that special, Florida. You're not that special. The whole, well, there's just so many high school players here. Lane Kiffin played one freshman last week. And he's from Florida. Y'all are crazy.
Somebody
I mean, you got every right. Listen, I mean this. You have every right to fire who you want to fire.
You do.
You have every right to fire who you want to fire. But the people who have won there won everywhere. And one of the guys that you recently fired, he's undefeated at UNLV right now. Another guy did really well at Central Michigan for a long time.
Jim McElwain.
Pretty good coach. You're just running people off. And look, I'm not saying Billy shouldn't be fired. Y'all's decision is not mine. Totally your decision, not mine. I'll bet money he gets another job and does well. That's all I'm saying. I'm not, and again, I'm not doing the you're crazy to fire him. It's wrong. No,
it's your right.
It's your right. You have the money. Do what you want to do. You got to pay him $10.5 million within 30 days. And then you got to pay him another $10.5 million over 4 years, divided evenly. That's fine. Those are the terms. Everybody agreed to it. You decided to operate the
exit clause.
Exit clause. It's good.
That's what we call it.
All good. I'm just saying, y'all need to look in the mirror real close. Because y'all are kind of like me walking into a bar going, hey, I'm picking up all the girls. No, I'm not. I ain't got a shot in hell. Y'all are in for a rude awakening.
My suggestion, when you let go of a coach at a spot like that, and I'm not talking about Billy's the whole thing, but I'm talking about like you better know who's coming through the door before.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like
sure.
There's a lot of assumptions.
And hey, maybe it's James Franklin. And maybe that's one of the reasons they're acting now is to put themselves in position.
But they're not.
But I don't.
They're not that smart.
I don't think that. I think it's emotional. But
But
it's
again,
it's
it's
your
their
right.
It's their right. Congratulations. All right, Neal, your second. How many did you do? Two?
I did
Because you
two.
added the Bengals,
Yeah, my
right?
third pick is.
Hang on, I gotta go my second.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, my second one, Neal. I'm going another divisional game. I've got a thing I've gotten starting to figure out here a little bit in the NFL. I feel good about. I'm probably gonna be the only one that takes this. Okay. The Las Vegas Raiders are traveling to Kansas City. Kansas City's on fire right now. They are playing well.
Yep.
They're hosting. They are favored by 12.5 points.
Yep.
It is too much. Give me the Raiders plus 12.5 in a divisional game.
Yep.
So just to give you a heads up of what I'm looking for, folks, this has been good to me in the NFL for 3 weeks in a row now. Divisional games that are over one-score games, like if they're 7.5 or more, is usually going to the underdog. Give me the Raiders plus 12.5 at the Chiefs.
All right. My next one, sometimes NFL games are personal for people, and teams play hard for coaches. This team likes this coach, and it's personal for this coach, no matter whether he says it is or isn't. Give me Mike Vrabel laying 7 in Nashville against the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, dude. I'm glad you said that. I'm writing it down. It's not on my list.
It's fine.
But good point.
I know Tennessee, new coach first. I'm just telling you, the Patriots.
Fired coach. He got fired this week.
Yeah, Patriots are going to want to do this for Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel won't say a word. He won't have to.
Good point, Neal. Neal.
Thank you.
You just made me some money. I didn't have it on my list. I'm rolling with you on Sunday. Neal, my third pick, the Miami Dolphins are traveling to Cleveland to take on the Cleveland Browns. The line's like 1.5. But guess what, Neal? That's not where I'm going. Somehow, some way, the Dolphins-Browns, I'm taking the over at 37.5.
Oh, wow.
Not very good. Not winning a lot of games, but they are scoring points, and they can't stop anybody, and they can't stop a running game in particular, and that's the one thing Cleveland can do a little bit of. Give me the Browns-Dolphins over 37.5.
All right.
Pick number 4.
My next pick, Troy Aikman will not like this pick. He doesn't like the way Caleb Williams dresses, walks, or talks. And I don't really care about any of those things. But if he gets to play against the New Orleans Saints, I think he gets to win. Give me the Bears in the Windy City. I think it's marathon weekend. Minus, no, it's not weekend after. Marathon was last weekend. Give me the Bears minus 4.5 against the New Orleans Saints.
Neal, there's a game going on in the Windy City.
Yeah.
The Chicago Bears are favored by 4.5 points versus the Saints, who are on the road.
Yep.
On grass.
On grass.
Not turf, on grass. Give me the Chicago Bears, because it's not enough. Minus 4.5 as well at home against the Saints. Good pick. I like that pick. Good pick. Good pick.
All right, let's see. I need one more. All right. This team burned me last week, I think. So I'll learn my lesson and be nice to them. Oh, it's an interesting game. But the Monday night game is interesting. Tampa at Detroit. Not touching it. Give me the San Francisco 49ers at home minus 2.5 against the Falcons.
All right, I thought about that. Here's why I'm staying away from that. I don't know what I'm going to do when that comes around. Warner's out for the year. They're starting to turn into last year all over again, the injuries and stuff. And Fred, I guess, dislocated his ankle and broke his. I mean, that's nasty. I don't know if you saw that. As somebody who has
heard about it.
Dislocated his ankle, that's no fun. And Atlanta can't run the football, and they're losing guys that can stop the run, so I'm kind of staying away from that. I don't know who's playing quarterback. I don't know if Purdy's back or not. But they're just beat up. All right, Neal, my last game. Pick number 5. You know, there's a lot going on right now in Philadelphia. They're having all kinds of, issues. They've dropped 2 in a row. Having locker room issues. Players look like they're griping at each other. Just looks like they're not playing as a team. And they're traveling to Minnesota, taking on the Vikings. The Vikings are 1.5 point underdogs hosting. 1.5 point underdogs hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And guess what? It's too much. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles minus 1.5 to get their shit together this week and go and beat the Vikings on the road. I'm taking the Eagles minus 1.5 on the road against the Vikings. How about that?
How about that?
How about that? All right. I do like that Patriots pick, by the way.
Hey, you're welcome.
I do.
Maybe I'll get it right.
I think I like that one. I didn't think about it. I can't believe that. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point. That's a good point. Good deal there. That's all I got today, homie.
We have been brought to you, as always, by our good friends at Rain Total Body Fuel. 300 milligrams natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits, achieve your goals. Check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more. Tyler will have his Bet Online AG show tomorrow on MPW Digital, and we'll be back on Monday to recap the weekend that was. Should be an interesting weekend. If you're traveling, be safe, and we'll talk to you again on Monday. Take care.